and so on, and we should oppose them, and so on. I think our real problem are not these people, because these people would do the job for us at a very heavy price, I know. A very heavy price. But they would do the job for us, I mean, by the fact that they are not sophisticated, it's not complicated to explain why they are criminals and why their policies are war crimes or crimes against humanity. Our problem comes, and this is the Obama, with this I would end, this is the Obama administration. This is the left wing in Germany. This is the good people on the left in the United Kingdom, and even in Scandinavia. Our problem would be that people would say, we want to replace the present horrible Israeli government with an Israeli peace government. On the left, on the Zionist left. And the Zionist left would come to the podium and say, yes, forget about the bad days of the Likud, of the right wing. We are not like them. We want a smaller Jewish state without Arabs, not a big Jewish state without Arabs. And they will get the Nobel Peace Prize. The first thing that they will get will be the Nobel Peace Prize. And the second thing that they will get the immunity, because exactly, unlike the people on the left and the center and the right in Israel, they don't talk much. They do. They do. They don't talk much. They will do exactly what this government is doing in Eastern Jerusalem. They will do exactly what this government is doing in the Nakab and in the Galilee. And they would continue the same policies about the right of return and about reconciliation. They'll do the same, but they will talk, as you know, they will talk in a different language. They will talk the discourse of peace. They have no problem in doing it. They are so good at it. They have been doing it for 60 years. They kicked out people and said that there's no one there on the other side to talk to. And when there was someone to talk to, they killed them, and then they said there's no one to talk to. These are the kind of people that we have to focus, and with this I would end, for only one good reason. Because if you accept my analysis that the Israeli rainbow of idea is like a Scottish pyjama. You know what a Scottish pyjama is? With one stripe. They're very economical, the Scots, so they have only one stripe. This is the Israeli rainbow of ideas within the Zionist frame of mind. And this is not easy to accept, I know, because there is a show of pluralism. There is a charade of a serious debate. The Israelis really perfected this charade of the debate when it came to Gaza. The painful Israeli inner debate about taking out the settlements into new kind of settlements near the Gaza Strip, where they talked about when a settler said that she was put in a 5-star hotel in Ashkelon and it was near the railway station, so it reminded her of Auschwitz. This is the kind of thing that would be most difficult to fight in the social democratic milieu of Germany and of Europe. And in order to fight it properly, we have to go back to the basics. And to come back to what I said this morning, and with this I would end. I really think that you don't have to feel at all timid or frightened by making a very basic human distinction between political organizations and human beings. I'm sure in any other case in the world you do very easily this distinction. You don't feel that you have violated any terrible taboo by saying that the political organization does not represent people. When you talk about Myanmar and you talk about the Burmese people, you don't think that you are talking about the same thing. When you talk about all kinds of other regimes that you don't like, you know that you are not talking generally about the people who live there. Israel is not different. Israel is not different. And it's okay. You know, I was asked I was told that Jeff Alper was saying that there were some good Zionists and bad Zionists and so on. There are no good Zionists. That's an oxymoron. There can be good Zionists. There can be well-meaning Zionists, I accept. There can be well-meaning Zionists, but it's like well-meaning racists. There are like apartheid people with good intentions. Some things, language, as I think Ali said to us, that language tolerates everything. But that doesn't mean that everything that the language tolerates makes sense. So, yes, there are people living in Israel who are nice, generous, peace-loving, Jewish, progressive, whatever you want. But as long as they are loyal to this ideology, the way they explain to you their ideology. Of course, there isn't an objective definition, but the way they understand it, which is the way that they educate their children. This is the way in which they understand the role of the army and the military in their society. And this is the way as they accept for granted and without any question the basic decisions of their political and military elites. When you take this into account, there is nothing positive about it. And you should negate it and not accept it in its totality. Not play with it. And you are doing a very important, or you are carrying out a very important mission for the people themselves. And I tell Israelis whenever they want to hear me that they don't know what they are missing. I know. I said, you don't know what you're missing when you be deprogrammed. I told them how long, and this is my book, Out of the Frame. I told them how long it took me to be deprogrammed. And I said, you don't understand the sensation. If you think you need LSD, or you need to drink a lot, or to hear the rabbis, or whatever makes you kick in Israel, you don't know what you're missing. You can do the trip that I did, and you will feel so good with yourself, like very, very few people around the world. I'm serious about it, because once you liberate yourself from an ideology that was sacred in your eyes, and made you do things that you regret, once you are on the other side of the mirror, you feel something that you almost feel fortunate to be able to experience such a journey. I think very religious people maybe sometimes experience it when they have an epiphany or revelation. I'm not very religious, so I don't know what it means. But I know what it means in my case. And so if you have any problems with telling Israelis that they should stop being Zionists, including those you like in the Zionist left camp, tell them to walk the extra mile, whether they are rabbis for peace, or DJs for peace, or transvestites for peace, or I don't know what, milkmen for peace. Israelis have all these they like to fragment the peace movement. They like to fragment the peace movement, makes it easier for them. Instead of saying, we are anti-Zionists for peace, for instance. That would be the real, genuine Israeli movement for peace. If you tell them, believe me, you are sending them on the best journey in their life. Thank you.